What's going on, everybody? It's Kellen Nitro for Nitromaniac TV's wrestling channel, and here are my thoughts on night one of the big superstar shakeup that just concluded on Monday Night Raw. Of course, Monday Night Raw this week was held in Hartford at the XL Center, which is apparently in the middle of a mall. So it's got that going there. The Whalers used to play there too, way back when. And now the Wolfpack play there. Wolfpack. So pretty much the consensus that I agreed online and what I got from watching the show tonight is that SmackDown Live ended up losing a few mid-carders and a bunch of their jobbers going over to Monday Night Raw. You had somebody like Jinder Mahal, who went over as the United States Champion and promptly lost the belt to Jeff Hardy in the opening contest tonight on Monday Night Raw, which was a good match. Going forward, I think Jinder, that's probably where he's going to be on Monday Night Raw, is going to be a mid-card heel. They may put him with Roman somewhere down the line, maybe this summer, going into a pay-per-view. Maybe he's in line for like a Money in the Bank type thing at Money in the Bank or something. It's fairly unremarkable what they'll do with him, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully they don't hinder Jinder, but seeing him on Monday Night Raw is pretty cool. And with Dolph Ziggler showing up with Drew McIntyre tonight as well, that means the full free MB trio is reunited on Monday Night Raw as it stands right now. Well, we haven't got through SmackDown yet, and I have kind of a feeling now with all the talent that came over from SmackDown tonight that Raw might be losing Slater and Rhino. The free MB reunion, not going to happen anytime soon, so don't hold your breath waiting for that. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn showing up during Miz TV, and Miz attempting to do a 5-man faction that would run ruckshot over Monday Night Raw, which is quickly quelled by Kurt Angle coming out and saying, "Hey Miz, you're off to SmackDown, so we're going to get that Daniel Bryan-Miz feud that we wanted." Almost immediately. WWE with no chill right now. These are a lot of storylines that should maybe be waiting for, the summertime and that's it. But nope, they're going to try and strike while the iron's hot immediately right after WrestleMania. Interesting strategy. Let's see how it works. And we also seen what the next move will be for Monday Night Raw with Ronda Rousey. So yeah, teacher-student with that. Don't forget Natalya being the wrestling teacher, coming from the Hart Dynasty, the lineage and everything like that. Can only be a plus for Ronda, and that might be our match for SummerSlam. Maybe you have Natalya and Ronda going one-on-one when Natalya turns her back on Ronda, because having Ronda as a heel this early on in the game I don't think is going to work. I think you need to establish her as a ass-kicking alpha female in the division to try and build her up, if indeed you want to do Charlotte, Ronda, and next year's Mania as a main event. You have to try and build her up as this, unstoppable ass kicker. So to do that, you're going to have her kind of crush the competition a little bit leading up. And this also ends the discussion of what Ronda's mouthpiece would sound like, because Natalya is great when it comes to cutting promos. She's actually very underrated at that. So I think if you have Natalya as a promo cutter in the group, kind of have her as like a manager / player coach whenever Ronda goes to the ring for matches, I think it's a can't-lose strategy. I think tonight what we've seen with Absolution might be something where, that might be a main event spot for at least some Monday Night Raws coming up. If not, maybe an extra match at Backlash or something. Maybe we'll see Ronda, Natalya versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville going into Backlash. But man, the way she went through Sonya Deville, I think if you booked a singles match between the two of them, I'd like to see them do like an MMA rules type match between the two of them, just because it would be fun to see, Sonya with her MMA background get her chance to go one-on-one with, the fighter from the MMA world, Ronda Rousey, right? But yeah, man, I don't know. That she got polished off in rather quick fashion on Monday night. Baron Corbin coming over, cool. And Bobby Roode coming over, cool. That's about it. Now we got to wait and see what Raw loses and heads over to SmackDown. I think there'll be some pretty big names going over. With the fact that SmackDown kind of lightened the roster a little bit and a lot of the lower tier job guys and some of the mid-card guys came over. Tonight, I think we'll see a lot of the mid-card faces go over to SmackDown to fill the vacancies. And you might see a couple of tag teams go over as well, because you had the Ascension and you had Breezango come over from SmackDown to Raw. I think, and now even as well with Ziggler and McIntyre coming over. McIntyre, of course, being an NXT call-up. I didn't think there was going to be an NXT call-up. They fooled me there. So McIntyre, of course, being an NXT call-up, I guess my prediction of there not being any NXT call-ups kind of blowing out of the water. But that's okay. It's shake-up time. You don't expect perfection each time out with predictions. If anybody's followed my prediction videos from the beginning of this channel, you'll know that they're wrong most of the time. So anyways, those are my thoughts for night one of the Superstar Shakeup. Raw is War from Hartford, Connecticut. I almost said Anaheim, California for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm thinking West Coast. Later tonight is SmackDown Live's turn, so we'll see who jumps from Raw over to SmackDown, and at the end of the day, when the dust settles, who has the better brand going forward with this new dual brand pay-per-view era. 4 hours each minor pay-per-view, though I don't know why. Anyways, I'm Kellen Nitro. Later days. Happy wrestling watching. Not a rating coming off of this one because we still got to see how part 2 plays out. So I'll give a rating on the whole thing, the Superstar Shakeup, once tomorrow night wraps up. And also for my Canadian followers and friends, followers, fans, the free Fs, be aware and remember that SmackDown will not be seen on Sportsnet 360 tomorrow. That's right, they have some sort of programming conflict, I think, for the NHL playoffs or something. So you can catch that on Sportsnet Now, which is their online streaming service. Don't worry, if you get the Sportsnet HD channels and you get even the basic cable Sportsnet West channel, you get Sportsnet Now. You just got to log in with your Shaw ID that you use. I say Shaw ID because I'm a Shaw customer. Whatever your cable provider ID is, kind of the same thing that you would use for logging into WWE Network, for example. You can go check out Sportsnet's website and tweet at them at Twitter, and they'll tell you and show you how to do it. But anyways, later days, guys. Happy wrestling watching, and we'll catch you after night 2. See you then.